Hey, this is Žiga from Mix Analog, and in this video we're going to take a look at the 1176 Revision A compressor limiter, available at mixanalog.com. To test drive it in a real-world scenario, I've set up a really quick mix of the chorus from the song It Was My Fault for Waiting by Atlantis Bound, of which the multitrack is available right here. As this is not meant to be a full-fledged mixing tutorial, there really isn't much more done except for basic levels, panning, some phase and time alignment, and a little bit of drum bass compression. So let's listen to how it sounds practically straight out of the box. The tracks we're going to process with the 1176 are the snare top mic, the mono room mic, the bass DI, and the lead vocal. For another heartbreak. So here we are. I've uploaded my files and reserved my session time in advance, and now that it's active, we'll go straight to the processing page. First, I'll prepare my slots by choosing the raw files for each one. This way I don't have to make presets all the time and I can jump quickly between different sources and settings. First up is the snare top mic. I'll adjust the source level to get the best signal to noise ratio. Then set the input gain so I get a decent amount of gain reduction. I'll go for slowest attack possible for start and 4:1 ratio to get a wider compression knee. Maybe I'll try a bit shorter attack. Yes, that's better. I really want to get that aggressive smack from that snare drum, so I'll push it quite hard. And lastly, I'll tune the release time to control the ring or sustain of the drum that the compressor pulled out a bit. Let's see what we started with. And that's the processed sound. I'm okay with the settings, so I'll bounce the track here. As there's no other way with analog equipment, the bounce happens in real time, but here we'll speed the screen capture up a bit so we can make the video shorter. So we're on to the bass guitar. The recording is of quite low volume, so I'll boost it before going to the compressor again to get the best signal to noise ratio possible. Oh, here's a nasty peak. Okay. Okay, all set. I'll go again with 1:4 ratio, as it has the widest compression knee and will act more evenly on all the notes, loud and more low volume ones. It's not exactly an inspiring sound, so to say, so I'll try to conjure up as much character as possible by accentuating the attack of the notes but I still have to be careful not to overcook it, as it will start to eat away at the sub-frequencies, and we kind of don't want that with the bass guitar. Let's try to drive the output transformer a little bit more and see what happens. Okay. So here's before and after. That sounds cool, let's bounce it. I may want to come back later and play with the ratio settings, so I'll give it a descriptive name so I'll know what I'm doing. And here's the lead vocals. Check and adjust the source level first.
And I know you couldn't tell the
Okay, let's see what we have.
Save your soul. And I know you will lead to my demise, but I just
Let's
ignore
shorten the release
all
time.
the signs, and I'm not gonna wait for another
You know what? Let's try this.
heartbreak.
Okay, that might actually work. A bit more gain makeup.
And I know you couldn't tell the truth to save your soul. And I know you will lead to my demise, but I just ignore all the signs, and I'm not gonna wait for another heartbreak.
Yes, that's in your face. Nice, job done. Bounce it. I'll give this one a short tag in the file name also, because this one can be a bit extreme, so I might come back later and change the settings. And me being me, I forgot to upload the drum room track, so let's do this now. Okay, let's see what we got. I don't want to completely destroy it, just chop off the snare hits, so the room reverberation and some chaos comes forward. I'll use fast attack and fast release to achieve that. Ugh, boring. Let's try different ratios. Nope, 12:1 seems to be the one. So let's bounce it and download the processed files. And if you really feel like doing a good deed for the day, you can delete your session here and release the gear, if you manage to process all the tracks before your reservation expired. So, we're back in Reaper, where I've already imported the processed tracks and set up 2 mute groups, so we can do a fast A/B comparison of what we've done. I'll switch back and forth between processed and unprocessed 4 tracks in context, the originals being the ones with red little triangles on the mute buttons, and processed ones with the green one. Let's have a listen.
And I know you couldn't tell the truth to
So if I switch both on, this is going to sound a bit off, but just to see the levels. Oops, it seems I got the polarity of the lead vocal wrong, but that's not a big deal. I've tried to roughly level match the volume of the compared tracks, so we're not fooling ourselves too much with different loudness. Okay, so to top it off, simply because we can and because I like it so much, let's put this whole mix through the Mix Analog VCA compressor. I don't have an exactly 10 out of 10 vision, so I'll make my UI a bit bigger. Okay, let's see what we can pull out of this 20-minute mix. It's not exactly a radio-ready mix, but I think it's remarkable that it still sounds at least presentable with so little but analog quality processing. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below and we'll try our best to answer them. Thank you and goodbye.